Hello, this is Gene Vino. I'm here in Orlando, Florida, and I'm with an honored guest, previous Congressman Barry Goldwater Jr. Barry, good to see you again. How are you today, my friend?
Real good, Gene.
I see you are onto another charter in the founding of SABRE, the Strategic Alliance for Balanced Insurance Regulations. Now, this acronym stands for something. Can you just give us a brief overview for the public so they understand what SABRE is about?
When I travel around Capitol Hill, this was during the markup of the health bill that was signed into law. I visited with Henry Waxman, John Dingell, and they told me, they said, you know, all we hear from are the big guys.
Yes.
The big insurance companies. And we don't ever hear from the small and medium-sized companies. And I got to thinking that's not good, because there's certainly more of them than there are the big insurance companies, and Congress needs to hear from all parties concerned. There's a big stake here. We are talking about remaking 16% of our gross domestic product, and those who have a vested interest ought to have a voice.
So SABRE is now this advocacy on behalf of not just business, but also consumers and providers, all different types of lines of insurance. Is that correct?
That's correct. Small and medium-sized insurance carriers, but certainly the law firms who practice in the insurance field have a vested interest. And so we created SABRE as an association of like-minded, interested companies and individuals. And the purpose of it is to lobby Congress.
Now, you were a congressman, so you've been lobbied, you know how to be lobbied, and now you're on the other end of the spectrum. So with SABRE, you now have a voice representing all of these people that you're going to go and walk the halls of Congress, meeting with the legislators, and you're going to explain to them what you like and don't like about regulations and laws. Is that correct?
That's pretty much how it works. Communications is what it's about. And unless they hear from you, they're not going to have that input. And they're interested in doing the best they can. But let's face it, I don't think most members know much about health. So the more input they have from the professionals who are in the business, the better off the legislative process will work. So we not only will be visiting members of Congress, but we'll be involved with the executive branch, because that legislation is now before the executive branch, Health and Human Services. So we'll keep our eyes and ears open as to what they're doing, and where possible, have input.
I met with many of your officials here today on the SABRE board. You now have a communications director, you have a membership director, you have various different affiliates working within the organization, and there's membership now coming in. At the NEIC meeting, they've been signing up. What would you tell as we conclude this interview, if you've not signed up yet, why to sign up for now with SABRE?
Well, if you're very interested in the future of your livelihood,
keeping jobs,
keeping but more importantly, providing a service to the community.
Excellent.
The industry, the insurance business, has really always been driven by the small and medium-sized companies.
That's true.
But the big guys have the muscle, and so you that have a vested interest ought to get involved and let your voice be heard. We have got some professionals who are involved in this. We're going to be traveling around Capitol Hill and the administration. We'll be publishing reports from time to time. We're going to be calling on them, the membership, when we need them to come to Capitol Hill and lobby themselves. Because these people, I mean, to hear from me is one thing, but to hear from people who do it every day is more effective.
Barry, it's always a pleasure. I've known you for many years. You are a creator of many different exciting ventures. I'm excited about SABRE. I've read the specifics on it, and what you have now created here, I think, is the beginning of a new type of insurance organization that's going to represent so many people. Barry?
But Gene, let me just close by saying the squeaky wheel gets the grease.
You said that, and I was so impressed by that. And you know, your dad in many years had so many quotes like that that I'll never forget. I'm honored to know you as well. This is Gene Vino in Orlando, Florida, at the National Association of Insurance Commissioners, meeting with the distinguished Barry Goldwater Jr., talking about his new creation, SABRE, Strategic Alliance for Business Insurance Regulations. Thank you again.